Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. We also encourage you to share your comments in the comments section below and let us know what you think about the issue under discussion and any other issue you may want us to discuss in the future. R. Kelly received an unfair guilty verdict September last year, in his New Year case that was fueled by the surviving R. Kelly documentary series first aired by Lifetime in January 2019. Many experts argue, the guilty verdict was largely a result of the insider fighting among R. Kelly's lawyers at the time, that left them so unprepared for the trial. This was very unfortunate and leaves you wondering, that maybe, just maybe, if R. Kelly had hired Jennifer Bonjean much earlier, he would now be a free man, going on with his normal life, producing for us some more good music. But all hope is not lost. Ever since Jennifer came into the picture, she has portrayed a concrete game plan that is seemingly already taking shape. Jennifer and her team have sworn not to leave any option unexplored in a bid to bring justice to, and resultantly free R. Kelly. But what exactly is Jennifer's game plan and how is it looking so far? Many may think that Bonjean has been visibly disarmed in the R. Kelly case following the numerous rejects she has received from judges in the New York case, but it can be quite deceiving when you look at Kelly's New York case in isolation. R. Kelly's cases are best looked at wholesomely, majorly because they are all of the same nature, and this is exactly how Jennifer perceives R. Kelly's fate. A win in one single state, however impactful, would not generally guarantee R. Kelly gets to walk away free, and Jennifer and her team are very well cognizant of this fact. This was first evident when she filed a request to court, to shelve sentencing until after his separate trial in federal court in Chicago later this year. Court went on to reject her argument that Kelly's Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination could be violated should he be sentenced before the Illinois trial that was then set to begin August 1st. This was a tactful delay that could have allowed Jennifer and her legal team to further solicit more concrete evidence that would turn back the case. In fact, Jennifer was at this time already crafting her appeal against the ruling. Although Jennifer had defended her case, claiming Kelly deserves a chance to work with a sentencing mitigation expert without fear of self-incrimination, the jury were quick to see through her request and returned its verdict rejecting her arguments. They presented an explanation that the practical effect of granting the defendant's request would mean that sentencing would take place about a year after the jury's verdict, adding that the defendant's concerns do not justify the significant delay in sentencing that his request entails. This, however, gave us a glimpse into Jennifer's game plan, and she seems to have stuck to the same since, with some results now evidently beginning to show. Jennifer Bonjean then went on to file motions, asking R. Kelly be acquitted or at the very least, for him to be given a new trial. The notice of motion for a new trial, filed in the United States District Court of Eastern District of New York, claimed Kelly had been denied his Sixth Amendment rights. The Sixth Amendment guarantees the rights of criminal defendants, including the right to a timely public trial, the right to a lawyer, the right to an impartial jury, and the right to know who is making the accusations, and the nature of the charges and evidence involved. Among the arguments alleged in the motion is that Kelly was denied effective assistance of counsel when it came to examining potential jurors. It also claimed counsel didn't challenge unqualified jurors. It cited that some of the jurors had actually watched the surviving R. Kelly documentary series or knew about the prior accusations against Kelly, which resulted in a jury that was neither fair nor impartial. Jennifer was using this approach to discredit the jury that had ruled on the case, thereby hoping to overturn the ruling. Jennifer had also hoped that she could convince court to disregard the RICO prosecution against R. Kelly, which was used as a means to punish him for alleged crimes that could no longer be prosecuted by state and local agencies, rather than it being about criminal activity of an enterprise. RICO is typically used to combat organized crime. Kelly's counsel argued that the government did not establish an enterprise, which is one of the bases for a RICO conviction. This motion, too, has not been heard by the court since. This did not make Bonjean, who has vast experience with cases of this nature, grow any weary. Instead, her and her team continued digging for evidence they believed could help sway the sentencing judge, and even give the planned appeal a chance. Now, though much closer to the planned June 29 sentencing, things appear to be falling into place all at once. New, shocking evidence, in form of a set of messages, supposedly from a mother to one of the supposed victims, has come to light. The team has so far gathered proof that some of the alleged victims were actually sent to R. Kelly by their trusting parents. Some of the messages acquired by R. Kelly's team show that some of the alleged victims' parents actually directed and coaxed their daughters to lie to R. Kelly about their ages. They then would encourage them to seduce him, with hopes Kelly would help them with their musical careers. This disregards allegation that R. Kelly betrayed parents' trust with his engagements with their daughters, an outrageous and unfounded accusation. In addition, R. Kelly's second federal trial in Chicago will be delayed 2 weeks, since the ceremonial courtroom, that is large enough to accommodate a multiple defendant trial in this COVID era, will not be available until mid-August. This development plays in Jennifer's favor, as what she and her team need most right now is time. Time to gather as much evidence as possible that could exonerate the claims and allegations against R. Kelly in both cases. It is also very likely that the New York sentencing, scheduled for June 29, could be pushed forward, which would allow R. Kelly's legal team time to solicit more substantial evidence that could help free R. Kelly altogether. Many analysts have continued to wonder why Jennifer would go ahead to file a submission to the federal judge, soliciting the mandatory minimum 10-year sentence for R. Kelly's conviction, following the September 2021 guilty ruling. But little do they know that this is all part of Jennifer's game plan that could eventually see R. Kelly walk free. Although a lighter sentence would not necessarily mean there are higher chances in an appeal, the sentence creates an implied graveness to any offense, and a lighter sentence most definitely helps sway a jury through a good defense. All odds seem to be playing in Jennifer's favor now, and we can only wait and see how it will play out. But clearly, she is ready to go to all lengths. Let's just keep our hopes up. That's all we had for you today. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.